What's up, guys? Invader1 here again, and I know you guys, I have my gameplay video the first night of the DLC, and this time I kind of failed you guys because I took a little long. I had a few things come up, but I am here, guys. Now, Geth Juggernaut. Decided to come out with this guy. Freaking love him. He's great. He's really good for platinum. He doesn't get insta kill, insta grabbed. And let me go into his build a little bit so I could talk a little bit more in the gameplay. The reason I set up his build this way, by the way, guys, is because a lot of you have been requesting some kind of build that has Hex Shield on it, but yet at the same time all the other things that make this guy great. So for Hex Shield, I'm only going up to rank 4, and I always set up for Pulse, so at the same time it is emitting some kind of damage across the way. Now the Hex Shield with only these 4 ranks is a little smaller, but it's good enough that you could put it on an objective to protect yourself or protect the teammate while you have your turret. If you were to max out Hex Shield, what I would recommend is to actually go for Shock on rank 5, and then on rank 6 I would go for either the large shield or, well, the damage is fine, but I would actually prefer the large shield. Yeah, it has a higher amount of shield strength, and it'll defend you and your teammates. I don't really use it much. Pretty much Hex Shield, the only time I use it are for objectives. That's it, and you'll see that in this gameplay. Siege Pulse, very important. You want this because you could detonate tech explosions if you have incendiary rounds, and you could also drop enemies. So the way you want to set it up, rank 4, go for damage. You definitely want damage, especially playing higher level gameplay like on gold or platinum. I will also go for recharge speed, so you can cast these as quickly as possible. And rank 6, it is very important that you go for number of shots, and also increases the chance of knocking down enemies by 15%, so you get a better chance of that. So you could drop phantoms, you could drop marauders, you could drop a whole bunch of enemies, which is really great. Geth turret, guys, I only go up to rank 4. A lot of people don't realize this. You know, a lot of you guys like to max it out. Believe it or not, a lot of times, even with Geth engineer, sometimes I'll just put 1 point on the turret. Believe it or not, even just 1 point on the turret works really great. And what it does is just you're constantly casting it out to heal you. So on rank, pretty much I just go to rank 4 for shield restore, so I can restore more shields. I cast it out behind me, make sure it's working. Geth Juggernaut. This is a great thing. The way I go for, normally I go for weapon damage, but I want to make sure that the Siege Pulse is very powerful, so I will go for damage and capacity, and increase the weight capacity bonus. You want this guy, whatever weapon you put on him, to have a high power synergy. Stability and ammo, this is just a great thing. Spare ammo, it's great because especially the kind of weapon that I am using on this character. Weapon damage, go for weapon damage. This guy's really great for it. You're gonna need it, especially since you're really freaking slow. Now for his hardened platform, I go for durability on rank 4 to make him a little tankier. I also go for speed boost on rank 5 instead of shield recharge. Speed boost because like this, you could kill like a small enemy, kill them, and now you're a little faster. You know what I mean? So that's what I go for. Rank 6, power transfer, guys. Let's go into the gameplay, and I want to talk a little bit more about the build. So a lot of you guys asked for Geth Juggernaut Platinum game versus Collectors, so here it is. I really didn't have a problem with that, guys. You guys already know me. I pretty much just show you guys all Platinum gameplay except some Gold gameplay when, I guess, I don't know, when the mood is right. I like Gold a lot, don't get me wrong, I like Gold a lot. I prefer Platinum because just get more credits, and Gold is just it's a little easier for me and the guys that I play with. We play Gold mostly just for kicks, so here it is, guys. 4 Geth Juggernauts, and we decided to do it against Collectors Platinum on Glacier just to make the gameplay a little bit shorter, and we had a lot of fun, guys. Now, in regards to the Geth Juggernaut and how I have him set up, as you can see, I am using the particle rifle, guys. I definitely recommend the particle rifle on him. There are other weapons. You can use you can use a lot of new weapons that came out, and they're all good. Don't get me wrong. This guy is definitely a weapons platform. You can use anything on him pretty much. I recommend weapons that kind of give you a higher recharge speed, and I'm using the particle rifle here. You can, maybe if you don't have it, you can use something else, but I'm using the particle rifle because like that I do not have to worry about ammo, and I can just dispense any kind of ammo type I have. For example, if I have incendiary rounds on him, the particle rifle is really good in implementing that that bonus from the incendiary ammo, and then you can detonate it with your siege pulse. So that's a great thing. But you can also use other guns. For example, our new and improved Geth Spitfire. It's really good. A lot of people have been saying quite a few things about it, that they don't like it. It seems like it takes a long time for it to do much of anything. But that's because you got to use like armor piercing rounds 4 or armor piercing rounds 3 or incendiary rounds 4 or incendiary rounds 3. You use those ammo types on the Geth Spitfire and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's actually a pretty decent gun on the Geth Juggernaut. It's not that bad. So you know, and other guns like the Harrier, also the SMGs, like for example the Hornet is decent, but I will go mostly for like the Hurricane. The Hurricane will be definitely the way to go. And also well, I would not go with the Collector SMG. The Blood Punisher definitely is worth it if you guys got it. Now a lot of you guys may not have it, so I will definitely go with the Hurricane for sure, if that's, you know, if that's all you have at the moment. Pretty much any other weapon, like the shotguns, the Geth Plasma Shotgun, the Claymore. Again, he's a weapons platform, but think of it this way: if you're gonna play him this way, the way I am playing him, you're gonna want a higher recharge speed, so you can constantly use Siege Pulse to drop enemies down, and then at the same time, when you're not using that, you know, you want to be able to have the power of your gun to be able to take down enemies. Now, you notice that I'm using something here, a gear bonus called actually Geth Vision. Okay, this is what's great about this. You know, this character does not have Geth Hunter mode, so now they came out with this new gear bonus, which I like a lot. It's the Geth Scanner. Alright, the Geth Scanner allows you to see, the scan range is actually up to 20 meters. So you have like Geth Hunter vision, except you don't have the damage bonuses of it. But at least you could really look through the map and you can see where the enemies are coming from and pretty much get them right away. So that's a great thing. Now, the way I play with this guy is that the Hex Shield, I do not use it all the time. I use it on objectives like this. So for example, if somebody's doing a device, I'll put the Hex Shield right next to them, or if somebody is pretty much like this in a hack circle, you know, I'll put a few Hex Shields just so we can get some protection and we can hang out in the hack circle without having to worry. But that's what it's good for, and this is why I created the build this way, because I had a build without the Hex Shield and it works fine. It works fine. You can go without the Hex Shield, that's totally fine. But you know, in a situation like this, the Hex Shield actually works out, and a lot of you guys were requesting that. So this is why I created this build this way, so you can have a little bit of all the worlds. But I definitely recommend that Siege Pulse, that you max it out the way I maxed it out this way, and then you max out all his passives, training, and fitness the way I did it. Like this, you can handle platinum, you can pretty much do anything with it. And this guy is definitely platinum worthy. I think this is one of those guys that pretty much new players who have difficulty kind of getting into platinum, they can use this guy. So you know, I think BioWare did a great thing by bringing this guy out. He's a lot of fun. You know, his speed is what really does it for him. He is not, believe it or not, he is not the guy who's gonna help you score, you know, large if that's what you're into, you know. But he's definitely the guy who is a team player. He does quite a few things, and as you would notice, there are times that I actually go and use my heavy melee to not just drain shields, but try to kill like smaller enemies, like husks. That is because I set it up on my my health and fitness, so that if I actually kill an enemy with a heavy melee, then I'm a little faster, and then I get a damage bonus. So if you noticed, I'm doing that. I'm doing quite a few little heavy melees on smaller targets just to kill them and get them, you know, get them done. The other great thing about the heavy melee that he has is that it picks up enemies, it drains their shields, and it picks up every enemy. Well, every smaller enemy, not the major bosses. So when you see a Phantom, well, guess what? She can, you know, she can pretty much pick her up. The best way to do it is just use your heavy melee, pick her up, drain her shields, and she'll drop to the ground, and then you can use your Siege Pulse on her and then finish her off with your gun, pretty much. So as you can see here, guys, I'm really having a great time just fighting against the collectors. You know, they can be the collectors can definitely be quite tough, but guys, with the 4 Geth Juggernauts versus collectors, it was not really that hard. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was actually pretty simple. Yes, yeah, they can still drop you. They can do a lot. And I know you guys are gonna say, well, you know, you guys are pretty much pro at the game. Blah 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 blah. You know, I get that. I totally understand that. You know, we get the game. We do speed runs. We do a lot of things in this game. We do a lot of challenges, and you know, for us, it's a little. The game is a little easier. Not easy. A little easier. But still, guys, you know, I always try to do builds. I always try to do videos showing you guys that you can do this, because I never want you guys to be sticking to one map, especially like the whole real platinum farming. I do not get that, guys. I just do not. I never did that kind of farming, guys. To me, farming is, I'll do a speed run. You know, we'll do tactics like that. Do 10 minutes of like getting tons of credits by running the game really fast, and it's still pretty exciting. You know, I'll do that. That's interesting to me. Or if I'm doing farming, I'm just pretty much playing a regular game, just playing platinum or whatever. So the whole Rio farming platinum technique is kind of lame. With a character like this, like the Geth Juggernaut, you don't need to do that. You can pretty much go and, you know, you're not gonna get insta killed. You're gonna be fun. So there's a lot of bonuses to this guy. For example, he can drain shields and you know, and bring them to him, which is absolutely amazing. He could pick up enemies. He cannot get insta killed. Alright, he cannot get insta killed, but he can get dropped. And I will tell you this about platinum as well. An enemy that you actually want to pay attention to is not just the Banshees or anybody else. The Praetorians, definitely, because the lasers can still destroy this guy, but the Dragoons. Okay, you don't see any Dragoons here just yet because on these waves they don't come out. But I gotta tell you guys, fighting against Dragoons, the Dragoons can definitely do a lot of smash damage on them. You get 3 of them on them, they will drop them. So be careful of that. And when you're playing against Dragoons, the same thing. Use your heavy melee. You know, disable one, and then just siege pulse them to the ground and just finish them off. That's the way I will work this guy. Okay, I really like this guy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't sure how cool he was gonna be. I know he looked really amazing. He looked like a lot of fun. You know, you guys know I posted the trailer and I posted the preview, the sneak preview to the game, to the characters and all that. And I gotta be honest with you, I thought he looked really, really cool, really amazing. But I wasn't sure if he was gonna be too OP or anything like that. And actually, in all honesty, by playing him, I really don't see that he's OP. I just think that the developers created him as a means of kind of allowing new players to kind of get into platinum, or you know, to get the feel of it and get more credits, or you know, just pretty much play as a Geth Juggernaut. And he really is a Geth Juggernaut. He's not as tall as the Prime. Prime are definitely taller than him, but it's really cool to be able to see that, you know, when we're actually fighting Primes, having 4 Geth Juggernauts hit Prime. So guys, yeah, with this guy, I think that a lot of you guys are already playing him. You guys are having a lot of fun with him, and he is definitely a go-to character for platinum. He actually works for platinum, and I think if you're trying to get your platinum challenges done, you're definitely trying to get in there and have some way to handle it without using the Turian. Well, you can use this guy. The only thing is that he's not immortal. He's not invincible. He will get dropped. Again, he will get dropped. So don't think that he can't. So a few of the things that I definitely recommend: using the particle rifle, guys. I recommend to use armor piercing rounds. If you have armor piercing rounds 3 or 4, which is what I have here, definitely use it. Oh, by the way, before I go in there, you see what my buddy did? He put the hex shield there. He just covered them. So like that, when we're moving, and I did the same thing. We're moving, they can't even touch us. They're shooting, but they can't get to the shield. There's a lot of fun things that you can do with that shield, guys. So anyways, I'm using armor piercing rounds 4, so like that I could just use the damage barrel, and I could use the extra ammo because I want to make sure that my particle rifle has as much ammo as possible. The other thing that I'm using is the adrenaline. You guys, you're gonna want to have some kind of adrenaline on him because he is really slow. Even with adrenaline 3, he is pretty decently slow. I definitely recommend some kind of adrenaline module that'll help you out. When he first came out on the first day, though, the adrenaline module did not work on him. It made no difference. So that was a little tough, but they already fixed that. So now he actually moves a little faster, and it's a little easier like that. So yeah, I definitely recommend to pop that sucker on. And out of all the gear bonuses, I recommend this one, you know, the Geth Scanner, because this way you can see all the enemies, you get the bonuses of being this guy, and you know what's coming to you. Now, the Batarian Gauntlet for the heavy melee guys, do not use it on this guy. Don't. It looks really cool. Don't get me wrong. When you use it, he looks like he's got that Falcon Punch going, which is amazing. But the thing is that he is doing that. When you do his heavy melee, that's exactly what he's doing. You lose the ability to use his heavy melee to the one that drains the shields, the ones that we're doing here. So if you use the Batarian Gauntlet, you're going to lose that capability, and you're going to be quite upset that you cannot drain Phantoms, and you cannot pick them up that way. You're going to be really disappointed. A buddy of mine did that, and oh yeah, they're going to put the Batarian Gauntlet. I want to see how it works. And the Batarian Gauntlet is great, the gear bonus, but not with this guy. It's just not for this guy. I mean, unless you really, you're going to create a melee build, you're going to go around doing that, that's fine, but you're not going to get your shields back. Alright, you're not going to be able to disable enemies that way with your heavy melee. You're going to be offensively powerful with your heavy melee, but that's about it. So, anyways, guys, I definitely recommend not to use the Batarian Gauntlet on this guy. Just go for the Geth Scanner. This way you can see where all the enemies are at, and you'll be ready to go. Alright, now, in regards to the collectors, the kind of ammo types that I'm using here are armor piercing, but I also recommend incendiary rounds, and that's not just for the collectors. I recommend that for this guy overall, due to the fact that he's got Siege Pulse. Think of Siege Pulse kind of like a really good, really good power that can detonate ammo types and can drop enemies. So I really like it a lot. The only thing about it is that I use the recharge speed, so I can cast it more often than it lets me, and that really makes all the difference. Mind you, I actually died here, but again, you know, I have an excuse. I'm playing Platinum and I'm playing against collectors, so hey, whatever. You guys can troll me on the fact that I died, you know, who cares. Anyways, guys, so that's that. Now, on the other characters, I have been playing with them now quite a bit, and I'm looking forward to posting a few more videos. Again, you know, sorry guys, normally I have videos like pretty much the same night that any new DLC comes out, but I had a few things that came up all of a sudden, and I actually had some personal family things going on, and I had to take care of that. So, but still, I've been playing these characters, and I think I have some fun builds for them. Some very unique builds that I think you guys will like. Especially for the Alliance Infiltrator unit. I also like the Engineer. That new Engineer he's so good. The Adept is amazing. The Krogan is actually awesome. Now the Vanguard is the only one that I'm not too sure how I feel about her. The Turian Vanguard. I'm still kind of working out the build. I'm still playing around with her a little bit, so she might be the last one that I actually post out. I do not know. If you guys have any suggestions on any builds that you guys want me to try out, go right ahead, post it in the comments, and I'll definitely check it out. The other thing is, guys, that this was actually a challenge, so I did it both, a build video and a challenge video. That's why it took a little longer. But you know, if you guys have any other challenges for me, go right ahead, please do so. I'm still working through a few other challenges. Yes, I have the Spanish video coming. I have another video with the PS3 guys. There's a lot of things going on that we're doing, and I'll be more available for that now, so definitely hit me off with that. Now, the Adept is actually quite interesting because he is supremely powerful. He's the Collector Adept, and I'm really looking for. I've been doing some testing with him. I had some gameplay recorded, but I had about 3 games so far that I've played with him on Platinum, and so far the gameplay is decent, but it gets better and better. I've been actually getting better and better with that guy, and I think I'm to the point that I can actually do some really good gameplay that is going to blow you guys away. Again, I'm pretty sure you guys are using him well, you guys are enjoying him, but I think after you guys see what we're doing with him, I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. Really going to enjoy it. So I'm gonna play him a little bit more, and most likely he might be the next video. I don't know, maybe it might be the Alliance Infiltrator. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I have been trying to kind of figure him out because he seems like he has a lot of potential. The only thing is that he is very squishy. he just gets dropped. He gets dropped. A pyro drops him pretty quickly. A lot of things drop him pretty quickly. So you have to play him aggressive yet defensive at the same time. So that is the most interesting part about that. That you can't, as aggressive as you want to be, that's great, but you have to play him kind of like a little defensive. You have to take cover. You have to look around. You have to do the right thing, and that's that. So we'll see about him. Regardless, I think he was a very nice addition. Now, a lot of you guys may be upset about the fact that that breaks the lore. How are you playing a collector? It makes absolutely no sense. But I think the developers wanted to kind of give us that that last little thing. They wanted to give us pretty much everything we asked for in the sense of additional characters and all that. So it is what it is. They were doing their best, and regardless of the lore, they're like, you know what? I think they'll like it, and I think it was a really cool thing. So hey, we're playing the Geth Juggernaut. We're playing some of the characters. They're actually pretty awesome, and hey, that's all I can say to that. That's it. So when you are playing a platinum with this guy, just make sure you remember that he's not invincible. A lot of we had this issue with another person that came in, and it does say that he has over 4,000 shields. Do not get deceived by that. On platinum especially, you have tons of enemies that drop you so quickly, so you have to constantly cast your turret behind you, or use your heavy melee at the same time. So that's pretty much what we're doing here, guys. So yeah, challenge completed. Defeated the collectors on platinum on Glacier. We wanted to do it on Glacier just to go right ahead and do a little bit of a faster map. I had actually done this on Firebase White with a few other buddies of mine, but the build that I had was not. I didn't think that it was the right build. A lot of you guys were asking for a build with Hex Shield, so that's why I kind of came back to this. Alright, so I think from what I can do here, I still have the best of all the worlds. The turret, as much as some of you guys may be like, well, we need we need the flame on the turret. You don't need the flame on the turret, guys. It's nice to have. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to have. You don't need the flame on the turret. All you need on the turret is for it to heal you and keep healing you and keep you alive. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's it. So if you put it up to rank 4, you're good. I mean, just use it as a means to keep you alive. Again, like I said before, and sorry to repeat myself, but I've actually used, like, for example, in the Geth Engineer, I've just used, like, at times, just literally just 1 point, and put everything on everything else, just 1 point, just to cast the turret next to me, and just for it to keep on healing me left and right, and it works really, really well. So that's the way I pretty much go with him now, guys. Yeah, it's been confirmed, as you guys saw on the sneak preview. The developers did say that this was the last DLC. So before, it was a little bit of speculation as to whether it was just the last single player DLC, and then maybe the multiplayer DLC there would be some more. So it seems like this is also going to be the last multiplayer DLC. Obviously they are going to be doing balance changes and updates and those kind of things, and we're still working on that, but still, this is definitely the last DLC that BioWare is putting out there. So one thing that I was hoping was for new maps and new maybe the hazard maps. Unfortunately, that's not the case. They did not bring that out. It's not gonna happen, but I don't know. You never know. And the reason they're probably not gonna do a lot more work there, it's also because we do have Mass Effect 4 coming out. Now, this is the way I see this. If they actually did this great a job with Mass Effect 3, and this is just a trial kind of situation thing, then imagine how amazing Mass Effect 4 is going to be. Because I'm positive that they're going to put everything that was good about this game into that game, and everything that failed, they're going to do their best to not put it. Like, for example, Vanguards are really tough to play off host. So I hope that somehow that issue gets resolved quicker than later. Anyways, and I don't even know how Mass Effect 4 is going to be, so it is what it is, guys. So now, you guys want any other character to be next, go right ahead and put it in the comment box. I am going to be working on it this weekend and posting more videos and having a lot of fun. Also, guys, if you guys want to play with me, I've been getting a lot of requests. I'm sorry if I don't get to all of you guys on time. I do get I do get a lot of requests per day, so don't get offended if you do not hear from me immediately. I do my best to respond to you guys. That's why in all honesty, I've had quite a few people that I've responded to pretty much in the same day or within a day, and they're shocked. That they were not surprised that I would respond to them. I do care. I want you guys to know I do care. I do this for fun, and I want to make sure that I can game with you guys and see if I can help you guys as much as possible. I can't really help everyone, so again, if I don't get to you, don't get offended. Don't send me a message saying, hey, you never responded, you didn't help me, blah 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 blah. I'm doing my best. I'm just one person, got a regular job, got things happening in my life. It is what it is, and I do my best to game with as many people as possible. So, but anyways, guys, we'll definitely I'll definitely see if I can grab a few games with you guys. Also, post your challenges. Let me know if you want to be a part of them. A lot of challenges in the past, I actually bring in the people who put the challenge in there, and we'll see if I can do something if you're an Xbox or a PS3. PS3 is a little difficult for me because I don't have a max manifest there, but I'm still going to be gaming on the PS3 whenever I can for a few challenges, so we'll see how that works out. Regardless, guys, I'm glad that you have been watching. Thank you for your support, and please put in the comments what other characters you would like to see next, and maybe some build suggestions for other characters that you think will be awesome. And thank you guys for those who have actually been sending me build suggestions. Alright, guys, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this Platinum versus Collectors for Geth Juggernauts as requested. Challenge completed, and Invader 1 out. On to the next video.